We was like, hell no, we ain't playing that game. He said we stayed at home. So they had to come up with a story as to why these people don't look like us. Because the original plan was to force us all together, the Mongolians and those Mississippi Negroes. Because I was
Uh-huh.
all of these other sub tribes up and down the Mississippi are sub tribes of Mississippians.
Right.
And they wanted them to mix and amalgamate with the Mongolian Hun Native American that they
Mm-hmm.
brought over here. Because they was going to try to say that since we mixed with the Siberian, we don't have no claim to our birthright to the land.
Mm-hmm.
They going to say that the Siberian Empire have more legitimate claim to the Americas than the people who organic to the land. But it didn't work because most of us we refused to go. This is when they switched the Trail of Tears narrative, became a Native American story. But the Left Behind narrative is nobody talks about,
Mm-hmm.
right? And in the Left Behind narrative is all of those ones who didn't want to go on the Trail of Tears. Well, paper where they was this is how they got to get reclassified, because only the ones who left their land would be classified as one of the ones who went on the Trail of Tears. Now, you did have some that went, but over the generations, of mixing with those people, you can't tell that they was us.
Yeah, definitely. Shit.
Yeah, this is even in how where they getting. If you look at where they was collecting the people from, see,
Mm-hmm.
the Indian schools was to teach the culture that we was practicing at that time, the nomadic tribal culture, to the Siberians. But they really didn't teach them our culture. Most of them taught them their own culture. They taught a lot of Siberian shit. And we think that the Siberian shit is the tribal shit, but we ain't never stopped doing tribal shit.
Definitely. Shit.
So,
All my
like, if you
folks
go to
still
New
from.
Orleans,
Uh-huh.
they was talking about taking the second line. They almost lost everything because you can't do that. You're not finna take Mardi Gras from New Orleans. It wasn't always called Mardi Gras. You know, it's just like Carnival in Brazil. It's certain stuff that we do tribally that if you allow us to continue to do it, you will keep us under the slumber longer.
Mm-hmm.
In certain parts of our culture that'll wake up the warriors in the tribe. And when you
Shit.
wake
That's
up
what
the
happened to
warriors in the
me.
tribe, that's not good if you're trying to conquer.
Real. Hmm. Shit. Shit. I got this from my folks. They got this one right here
Mm-hmm.
from Tifton. Got everything in here. Shit. My grandma, her name, Ola May. Ola May Murgison. It got a lot of names in it, and then it's so funny. I looked at one of the ladies he married into. Let me see. I'll show you a picture. He married into her. I was doing some research on her family. She changed her name. Her real name was Cersei. Cersei. And I seen that they had a little plantation or whatever. But this was second wife right here. You see
So
how she dressed?
Cersei is French.
Uh huh.
It comes from Cersei, which is the goddess of the church.
Mm. Okay. Okay. And one other question I have for you was like basically I had got a name given to me. It was Tawa Heck. I don't know what it's called, but they said it's Red Hawk. And recently, I just been being followed by hawks. Like everywhere I go, hawks is following me. Right now, I'm in Kentucky. I'm a truck driver, so I stay out in Kentucky. But hawks just been following me everywhere I go. and shit. I be having like my dreams and stuff be real vivid with the Hawks. So like, I mean, it's kind of cold out here, so I was really gonna ground and try to connect with them. But is there any other ways I could kind of connect with them? I feel like that's my totem animal. I'm not really too.
Yeah, so one thing I tell people when you're experiencing that, um, try to just imagine to yourself, say, I wonder what the bird thinking. Wonder what
Hmm.
the bird thinking. And eventually to know that you thinking what the bird thinking, in your mind you're gonna see what the bird is looking at.
Uh-huh.
And but if it's your totem animal, it's like tuning into a radio channel.
Hmm.
You just got to keep talking to yourself, right? Self talk. Once you get the breakthrough, right? The heart could then tell you stuff. They give you information. They look at the road ahead of you before you go.
Yeah, and that's what I said.
We used to use them in warfare.
For sure. I had an experience like that when I turned into a hawk. When I did a ceremony, the hawks greeted me. But then when I left this realm, shit, I landed. I'm bluish like greenish color. And then I'm looking at all the other tribal members next to me. They all got hawk faces. Like shit, they talking in a different language, but I understand them. Then we just flew up. We flew and was just flying over. Like it looked like the forest. Like we just flying in a little pack, looking down at the war going on. Like it was crazy.
So in the extraterrestrial depiction, they call
Mm,
blue avians.
mm,
Well, really, what it is in the spiritual bubble. The
mm,
blue avians are the clan, the bird clan, the Tahuti clan.
mm,
And this land over here called the Americas is the land of Tahuti,
mm,
right? And for you to tap into the frequency of the hawk, eagle, falcon, or any of the major birds, right? But we have a different one in our totem,
mm,
right? So as we go through the totem, you might be a crane, you might have a stork.
mm,
Like for instance, dancing girls is the care of the flamingo, right?
mm,
So when we see the flamingos are the spirit energy that the dancing lines, like in Vegas or Broadway, when they do the musicals, the dancing lines,
There's some
that
colors.
spirit energy is from the flamingo.
Okay.
And they even have dances to commemorate it, but we think it's ballet.
Yeah. That was all our tribal stuff.
Yeah, ballet is Atlantean.
Hmm.
Ballet, figure skating, they got this dance they do with this fucking ribbon. That's all Atlantean. The women, they got these circles that they do under the Sufi order. The Sufi is the men that stole the women's ritual rights.
With that
Right.
swollen
And
dervish
with
vibe.
each tribal element, they represent their element in the color of their garb, and then they do their whirling dervish type dance,
Mm-hmm.
right? And even the Irish River dance comes from an ancient dance of the so-called Twa people. River dance is not just a basic Irish. We said, oh, let's make up a dance. No, that it wasn't that. It was an actual ritualistic performance of the Twa priests who roamed Scotland and Ireland long before the pharaohs sent these people as they're now there.
Them my folks too. Celtic.
Yeah. The people over here in the Irish, we've watched the Irish go from dark to light
Mm-hmm.
before Columbus ever came. We observed and noticed the transition, and we seen when the Scotland and Scotia came in the like
Mm-hmm.
11, 12, 1300s. right? Trying to escape the Catholic Church. They was
Mm-hmm.
brought over here by Templars. And then there was the Scottish children was red-haired, freckle-faced Kentucky people. They lived in the Appalachians, right?
I think the other sister part of my bloodline, because my last name McGinnis.
hmm So when they used to get sunburned, Big Mama used to give them silver water.
Mm-hmm.
The silver water caused them to turn blue.
Mm.
That's where your Smurf story come from.
Mm-hmm.
Because they was the little Irish people that lived in the Appalachian Mountains that drank the silver water that turned their skin blue. But it also gave them immunity to damn near every fucking disease in the world.
Hell yeah.
But it just changed their color.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Shit. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, so I'ma just shit. I already know what's going on. I'ma just stop looking. I just wanted to look because it just be interesting trying to go back in time. But I already know what's up with me. Like I've been through a lot of my past lives. I done got killed damn near every last one of them. They killing my ass. They trying to get me up out of here.
That's
But
because
shit, I'm
you
back.
had to be a soldier. You had to be a soldier. The
Yeah, for
only ones
sure.
that have a lot of memories of getting murdered is the soldiers.
Mm-hmm. I be speaking the truth. They hang my ass. Been at war. They killing my ass. I done been a shaman, healing people. Get my ass up out of here. It's a lot of that, but I'm back now. Shit, I'm a 2000 baby. I'm a Sagittarius, so I already know what's going on with me. It can't kill my ass no more. So it
Yeah,
is
that's
what it
part of the
is.
parent track too. When you get to
Yeah.
this point, you cross the finish line. Now you get to build your life and live happily ever after. But you got to learn. You have to now learn how to see your life in your mind before you can see it in your reality. Right?
I've
You
been
got to
trying to
know.
do that
You,
lately.
you got to know what your house layout is. You know what I'm saying? You want a castle? Do you want a fucking girt? You know what I mean? Do you want a village of houses where you got all your kids living with you like little Boosie? You know, you got to
Mm-hmm.
see your life in your mind and then say, okay, that's where I want to go. Build the whole thing. If I was an artist, I'd tell you to draw it. Draw it out.
Mm-hmm.
Draw your
And just
house, draw
focus my
your
mind on it.
car. Right. Then
It's
the
good to do
same way
that
you
when I
draw.
sleep, though, right?
Yeah. You can look at it before you go to sleep. You could
All right,
take
that's
stuff
what I've
from
been
your
doing.
dreams and add it to your structure that you build it. But once you build it, remember, you got something that applies when you take something from the spiritual to the physical. It don't look exactly the same, but it's close enough for you to recognize it in like used in a carnival mirror type layout. Like every mirror, it's gonna come out in a different appearance.
So how the hell do you control how do you control, like, I literally been doing that because I dream every day. I dream every night. Like I just dream and I remember my dreams. But it's like I'll go to sleep on that thought, but then as soon as I get into the dream realm, my mind is shift into something else. But like I'll always get back messages from the dream, but it's like it drifts off from the main focus point that I was originally focusing on, and it just wanders into a whole nother. So like, is there like a certain technique to keep you in that same focus state, or is just
Because once you cross that barrier, right,
mm,
everything is abstract to what you was thinking in linear logic. That's
mm,
why it looked like the thought was broke.
okay, but it's not really
Now,
broken.
what you was thinking of, it's going to tell you a story, like a childhood story, fairy tale, but we
Uh
call
huh.
them dreams. And when it tell you the story is going to answer the question. But you got to learn how to translate your higher self into your everyday self. So you got to write your own personal codex.
You get it.
This mean this. This mean that. Give everything its own meaning.
Uh huh.
And then your higher self will start using it according to the meaning that you ascribe to it.
Okay.
And that's
Yeah.
why a lot of people is ineffective at communication because most of the words they speak, they don't know the meaning of them.
Mhm. Mhm. All right, that makes sense. I got you. You got any more books? I need a couple more books, man. I ran through them last ones you gave me.
Hey, look, the same author that Ryan Holiday, he got a collection.
Uh huh.
He got a collection, and you know he on Stoic philosophy. So
Yeah, for
if you
sure.
like
That's
that
all I was saying.
material, you you get books on Stoicism,
Mhm.
and you will look at a book and you will just know I got to get that book because
Yeah.
it's gonna have your frequency gonna pick it up subconsciously that it have in there what you looking for consciously, and that's why you get a
Mhm.
hunch. I got to get this book.
All right. All right. I'm gonna get into Ryan Holiday. I'm gonna read the rest of his books. I'm gonna try to find some older books too, cause them older ones like the Prince. I like that one right there. It make me feel like I'm back in them times.
Yeah, look out.
Yeah.
Balthazar Gracian wrote a book called the of the Man of Worldly Wisdom. I think is the name of it. Mm,
What's his name?
Balthazar Gracian.
Okay.
I don't know how to spell it. Don't have me lying to you.
Nah, I'm gonna find it. All right, but I'm gonna look into it. I ain't gonna hold you too long. You said you were in for an hour. I'm gonna let the people get on.
Okay, I'll give you a couple more books.
All right,
I don't know
yeah.
if I gave you this one. Law of Success in 16 Lessons, Napoleon Hill.
Long success. You said long success of what? I'm sorry.
In 16 Lessons by Napoleon Hill.
16 lessons. Okay, what else? Uh huh. All
Same
right.
author,
Uh huh.
Outwitting the Devil.
Outwitting the devil. Okay.
Hey, you gonna love that one. That motherfucker kick ass right there.
Shit.
That motherfucker, that's a beast.
Uh
Then get the collected writings of Khalil Gibran.
huh.
All his stories got morals to them.
Okay. All right.
Then get Anthony Robbins, Awakening the Giant Within. It might be Awakening the Sleeping Giant Within, but it's Anthony Robbins. And he got one with a brother called Unlimited Power of Black Choice. That's a slept on classic right there.
Ooh, what's the name of that again? That
Unlimited
sound good.
Power of Black Choice.
Oh yeah. I'm about to order these tonight.
All Anthony Robbins stuff is classic.
All right.
That ought to hold you till the next time we meet.
Now for sure, for sure. You know we're gonna get up again.
So
Shit.
I'm gonna,
Malachi soon come home too, man.
yeah, I'm gonna let somebody else up.
For
Appreciate you
sure.
for coming up.
Uh, for sure. All right.
Mira Brandy. Yep, Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins, the truth. Hey,
How you
how,
doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good. It's been a minute.
Been a minute. Been a minute. You know how
right,
it is.
right. So my thing is, since you told me to start saying I tend after everything, I've been noticing a change in a lot. Um, since then I kind of been isolating a lot, so I just go to work and come home. I don't really been hanging out with people. But I've been noticing that my my empathic energy has been very strong and telepathic, and I've been kind of scaring people. And I'm trying to figure out how to not scare people. Like,
Okay, so it's like being a psychiatrist.
uh,
When a psychiatrist have a patient on the couch, if you ever notice, he's not saying nothing.
right,
He's just taking notes. Right?
okay,
Why?
getting the information.
Right. But he need to know what he can say to the patient that
Right,
they can benefit from.
right, okay.
Right. So when you start having psychic visions, if it's not something that spirit is forcing you to tell him, and you will know the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You can't tell him direct because you'll scare him.
Right. I
Right.
like
So you just, hold on to it, and then you can always try to turn it into a question instead of a statement that
it.
allows them to answer the question that you already know the answer to.
Okay, gotcha.
And that'll ease their tension of you telling them about them without them telling you what's going on.
Right, okay. Because
Right.
my supervisor has sat next to me, and I had been at work probably like 2 hours. I was cool, just chilling, and he came and sat next to me to talk about something, and all of a sudden I start feeling this sharp pain in like my left side of my stomach. I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, I'm gonna just wait for a couple minutes to see if I'm just tripping. So then I was like, nah, that's like a sharp pain. I don't know where that's coming from. So I asked him, I'm like, do you have pain on the right, like the left side of your stomach? And he's like, what made you ask me that? I'm like, because I just started feeling this pain and I don't know where it came from. And he's like, well, I actually have been having pain there because of these things that's going on. And I'm like, oh, okay. So that kind of threw me back. Like, okay, I didn't realize I was actually, connecting that strong.
Yeah,
I'm like,
you got a space around you of about 3 feet. If somebody's aura interacts with your aura, that means they got to be between 6 feet or less from you. Your auras are intertwined like this.
right, okay.
And if you're sensitive to your own energy, the change in your energy by the entering of a foreign aura start telling you shit about the person. Yeah,
Right.
it's a
Okay.
torch field, a torsion field.
Okay, so then that can be another question because there was another coworker that stood behind me. He a white guy, but he had stood behind me, and all of a sudden I started feeling dizzy, and I was just like, "What in the world? Like you can't stand around me." But I don't know. It just threw me off.
9 out of 10, he probably was high as this.
That makes sense. He probably was. I was just like, "Whoa, what the heck?"
Yeah, they
Like,
take they got some drugs that they take that they
uh,
can perfectly function normal, but if they come in close proximity to us, we get loopy.
right. I was just like, "Ooh, no, I don't like that energy. You
Yeah.
gotta move, sir." Like,
That's like when if you be close to one of them dudes that take mescaline,
Mm-hmm.
you can pick up because he's emitting so powerful from that mind's frame, where his neurons are, where he's
Mm-hmm.
firing, he's emitting so powerful. If you're sensitive, you're gonna pick it up.
Man, this has been crazy. Like I'll say something, and somebody else, and the person will be like, "I didn't say that out loud. How did you know I was thinking that?" Like, I can't take it back now, but it's starting to get interesting. Like
Yeah.
even like people
But
telling me to show up in their dreams, and I'm walking through like I'm checking on them, and I'm like, okay, I'm working in my sleep.
but we do that and with tribe members.
Okay,
And
okay,
when you learn just some of the tribe members is called dream walkers for a reason. Where
right,
we
okay,
can't communicate face to face, we can go talk to each other in the dream room.
right. Okay, that makes sense. That makes
I
sense.
had a lot of people came to me in the waking state, but in the dream realm. So it's like I'm seeing two realities at the same time.
Right.
Me and Malcolm had it out about Farrakhan.
Oh, dang. That's crazy.
He didn't want to change my mind about Farrakhan. He thought when I was saying Farrakhan had something to do with you getting killed, he'd laugh so goddamn hard. He said you must don't understand the power base of the Nation of Islam and destruction. And then
Dang.
you have to explain everything to me.
Right. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Now I'm just learning. I'm trying to learn how to not feel everybody energy so strong. Like I be doing my healing work, but it's like how I feel them so strong and it just be
Yeah.
just going.
So your aura, your Taurus field, you
Mm,
have to learn how to insulate it. Get
okay.
get this book by Deanne Fortune called Psychic Self Defense. That's a good starter kit.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna find that tonight because whoo.
They got
Yeah.
some good videos on psychic self defense on YouTube too.
Okay, cool. I have been getting better with that too, because I remember you talking about it in the beginning, and I started like intentionally like putting a protection around my aura, my family, and people that come in our energy. So I'm understanding why I'm showing up to people, but I don't remember like I was there.
You're
And,
not
okay,
supposed to because you multi-dimensional self is doing so much stuff that if you remembered everything, your mind would be so overloaded that you couldn't function in the 3D.
that makes sense. Okay,
So you only remember what's pertinent to your current function of what you're doing. But multi-dimensionally, you're doing all kind of shit. Shit you don't even know. Don't even, you be like, whoa. Because when it come back to you, it come back to you as an aha moment.
right,
And you
right,
realize, well, how the hell did I get there? You did the work.
right,
You
right.
just
Okay,
didn't do it in this realm. You was doing that work somewhere else. And a
right,
lot of time it require us to do what we call welfare checks on tribe members,
right.
or
Okay,
we call them relatives.
right, right. Okay,
Yeah, and all of them is not here. Sometimes we do that on past ancestors. We go
right,
back. We go back in the dream realm in order for them to activate certain energy signatures on the codon, so that we can download the information from them.
right.
So it ain't
Okay,
just the ones that's here walking around that we going to visit in the dream realm. We go visit ancestors and elders too.
okay. That makes sense. Cause I had that just made me think about my dad's side. Cause it took me to like hear my dad say something for me to know that's him. I be hearing in my head like when I'm cause we got a real strong connection. But it was like a moment in time where I kept looking out the window. I kept like this paranoid energy, like somebody watching me, and I'm like, what in the world? This is not my energy. And I go to my dad's house and he he like somebody been in my house. They didn't change my stuff around and I'm like that that's you that I be feeling all the time. You just got me thinking I'm paranoid for no reason. I'm like, you gotta calm down.
Yeah,
But
and that's
yeah,
because you have a love bond psychic connection with them,
okay.
and it's called an empathetic connection.
Right.
And it's in the prefrontal cells in the brain can only open up to his if the heart chakra is connected to him.
Okay, that makes sense.
And then he's gonna be the standard by which you choose your mate. So you think you just single because you want to be single. You single because you ain't found nobody as good as or better than your pops.
Right. Yeah,
That's
that's
the,
something to realize
that's the
too.
standard. That's why they had to break families up, because
Mm.
if you will settle for something less than what you know is correct, then they already won.
Right.
Because now you marrying down, you downgrading your life, which is downgrading your offspring.
Ooh, right.
But
Okay.
when you have a father that sets a standard for a girl, she's not going to accept nothing less.
Right. And I feel like I done picked up all the traits that he done taught me. Like I'm the gentleman now. Like, hold on.
But all of those traits is what he was teaching you to understand how a man's supposed to be.
Right.
Right?
Okay.
Just because
Yeah.
you understand it don't mean you have to be it.
Right. I be doing my best. I'm like, let me not. I'm gonna let you open the door.
Well, you got
Right.
to remember, if you ain't with the right guy, you're not going to be soft.
Right. So we
You
gotta
gonna
have.
if when you get with the right guy, you gonna be high school giddy when he open the door for you.
Right.
You ain't gonna wonder if you should open the door first. It's just gonna be giddy when you see it. You go, you know
Right.
how that girl do.
Okay.
And
That's
be blushing and shit,
what
right? And it won't be awkward or nothing.
Right. Yeah.
It's only awkward when he's not masculine enough for you to be feminine. That
Right.
was awkward because he ain't man enough to just take charge like a man supposed to,
Mm.
and then make you be, man, I gotta be a man for this bitch ass nigga.
Right. Yeah, it's only been one person I feel safe enough around and I have to carry my, my thing, So, I might just be like, I'm trying to figure it out. Like, I don't know. Like he said, he's trying to get his foundation together. He don't want to do nothing serious until he gets it together. And I get that, but my mind be, you just string me along. I don't want to, but I'm
Well,
trying to.
it's one of them things is you one of them people that'll accept what you don't want because what you want not available, or would you wait for what you want till it's available? I don't want, if it's something I don't want, I don't want it. You can't give me something I don't want in place of something I want. You can't
Right.
tell me when I ask for an ice cream sandwich, I'm gonna give you this, and I see the ice cream sandwich there too. No, I don't want that shit. Give me what the fuck I asked for.
Right. Right. Basically, he just said he want to get his foundation together, and I get that. You want to be comfortable, make sure you can take care of everything. But in my mind, I need to know what's going on so that I can like my full circle understanding of what my goals is and moving forward. Like I don't be stagnant sitting here trying to figure it
Well,
out.
first of all, the man not part of your goal.
Right.
Your goal is to be the woman you're supposed to be, and then you're gonna look up and the man gonna be standing there.
Right. Right.
There's a difference because you're not gonna settle.
Right.
So if you're not gonna settle, you have to do the self work and know that the type of man you want when you get to the right frequency, he's just gonna show up.
Right.
Prince motherfucking charming.
Right. I'll be like, man, let me make sure I'm ready before I be pulling it. But I'm like, it's hard doing this shit on myself.
But it's really not as hard as you think it is. Most of the difficulty is coming from the fact that you're living in a system that's belligerent to your natural nature.
Man.
And so everything you do sometimes feel like it's difficult.
Right.
If you don't want to participate in this bullshit, but everybody you know is neck deep in this bullshit, and you're like, I can't get these motherfuckers to pay attention to get out the shit. They about to drown in it.
Man, I'd be like, you know what? I'm not even gonna let it bother me no more. I used to get so irritated, like, why don't you just listen? And I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna just let you do you, and I'm gonna just when you get there, I'm here. But yeah, I feel it. Okay.
Yeah, but you know what what you want your life to look like. Shit, feng shui.
Right.
If you build it, they'll come.
Right. Okay.
Mm-hmm. If you build it, they'll come. And you already built it. You already know what you're doing. So you, I don't think that's everybody's business, but it's your business. But
true.
But you build it just fine. You on a what you call steady trajectory up.
Okay.
Some people want to hurry up and slam on the gas, but they're not in the sports car.
Right. Yeah, I'm always checking self first. Like, let me make sure I'm not tripping before I respond in all my emotions. Let me, but yeah.
Here's the kicker. When you finally get a sports car and you realize how valuable they are because how much you spent on it, you don't even want to slam on the gas.
That makes sense. I always see people driving slow. That makes a lot of sense.
But when you got the hoopty and your ambition is to be driving a sports car, you're going to run the wheels off that sucker, trying to step on the gas every chance you get.
My car definitely sitting there stuck right now. The gas brake, the brake line, and everything. I'm like, dang, I done run into the ground for real. That nigga not like, look, we can't do this no more.
Age, somebody said, do I think age play a part? Not necessarily age, because everybody that age doesn't mature.
Right.
Right. I remember I had a book, and the name of the book was Growing Up Without Growing Old.
Okay.
Right. Just it boils down to protecting the inner child.
Right.
The innocence within had to be protected from the wickedness without. In other words, because other people is fucked up, you have to be understanding of the fact that they fucked up, willing to fuck them up about fucking with you.
Man.
But at the same time, you still got a hard goal because you don't start no shit. You just don't take none.
Right. Yeah. Definitely been noticing the difference, especially like when I write stuff down and write the I-10 with it, and I see like the comeback. I'm like, ooh. Okay, that's some power I ain't really know I could work with.
Yeah. So you say, do you age? Do you age when you get rid of your inner child? When you suffocate your inner child, you don't just age; you age miserably.
Hmm.
Right? People that are walking around and don't know they're miserable is suffocating their inner child because they
Dang.
don't have anything that make their heart glow. And everything that made their heart glow, they got scared of it and tried to stomp on it.
Mm. Yeah.
So now they old and miserable
Yeah.
because they stifled the inner child. That when we talk about the inner child, we also talk about what we call the golden heart.
Mm.
You know when your golden heart is being fed because they make you feel a certain way,
Right.
right? And that radiance over time, the more that you put yourself in situations that make your heart glow, it starts to radiate out and it reverses aging. It don't just,
That makes
slow aging, it actually reverses aging. You won't see the little fine wrinkles. They won't exist.
yeah. Everybody asking me like, "How old are you? 19?" I'm like, "I wish, but thanks."
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
shocked. You child is 13. How old are you? I'm like, I'm 36 now. They're like, what? I'm like, yeah, thanks. It was one more thing I wanted to ask. So I've been kind of noticing this pattern of like when I come across people that mom passed, it's like we got a stronger connection. Like we just know everything each other thinking. I don't know. Is that like the connection, like being able to hear or feel the mama line or?
That's Big Mama energy. Big Mama energy is taking all of the ones with mother wounds and able to make a connection with them so they can live their life with their mother gone. Most of the time they're
Mm-hmm.
gone.
Right.
So like their mother passed on, she they don't know that she's still with them energetically because
Right.
he's pushing her mitochondria or
Okay.
she whoever the mommy is, both children, daughters or son, has her mitochondria.
Right.
That means he's physically part of who they are,
Okay.
more so than the father. Because if you take the mitochondrial out, everybody gonna drop dead.
Ooh, man.
Right.
Okay.
So you could take a penis and some testicles off, Y chromosome energy, and you just be a eunuch. Take
Mm.
that mitochondrial from you though.
Right.
And your heart and your brain turn off.
Right.
Right. So when you have that energy, this big mama energy, you learn by people with mother wounds connecting with you.